It had to rain, they said, on this Friday in Wimbledon, and honestly, it didn't rain much. There was even the sun. And another sun on my left, Steve Flink, coming from New York, and tennischannel.com.
It's good to be with you, Baldo.
Well, Steve, so we enjoyed the day.
Yes.
There were some good matches, especially between the ladies.
Absolutely. I mean, Li Na went out in a pair of tiebreakers. That was a surprise. I didn't see much of that, but I'll tell you what I did see. Every point of Kvitova against Venus Williams, the 2011 champion against the 5-time former champion. One service break for each player in the entire 3 sets. How rare is that in women's tennis? High quality skirmish, and Kvitova came from a set down and won that match 7-5 in the third.
And maybe you remember the other day I told you that I'd seen Kvitova playing pretty well, and I even thought that she could repeat their former win here in Wimbledon.
Well, you're very rarely wrong when you have one of those hunches, and that hunch may well be right. She has a good opening now to progress at least to another semifinal, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'm a little sorry for Venus, because I think Venus played well compared to many other times when recently she had some losses where you were feeling that she had some physical problems, the Sjögren virus, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, her standard was high throughout this match. She didn't get broken until the final game of the match, 5-6 in the third. That's a pretty good effort. And the quality of the points was good the entire time. They both backed up their serves well. They made very few careless errors. It was a great match to watch.
While the only moment of suspense of the match between Djokovic and Simon was when he had some sort of injury.
In the middle of the third set, he fell down and hurt his shoulder, had to take an injury medical timeout. It looked worrisome. But then as soon as he resumed, Ubaldo, he seemed fine. He very quickly seemed to be able. Now, Nick Bollettieri told me he thought he tried to slice some backhands first just to be sure not to hurt the shoulder. He may well be right, but over the period of a couple of games, you could see that he was striking the ball well again, and he closed it out in straight sets. A relief to all of his supporters.
Yes, he's a new coach together with Marian Vaida. Boris Becker would have dived without causing problems to his shoulders, but Djokovic doesn't have the same sort of attitude.
You're right. Well, Becker would do it 10, 15 times in a match. It was nothing
even
for him.
Accord. Even Accord. Can you imagine on grass?
Yeah.
Anyway, then Andy Murray made every Brit happy, winning easily versus the Spanish Bautista Agut.
Yeah, he figured to on this court. He might have had some trouble with him on a slower surface, on clay, maybe on hard, not here. Murray looks incredibly comfortable to me on the grass and fully capable of defending his title. He's going to be right in the thick of this thing right to the end.
And we enjoyed also Dimitrov beating Dolgopolov,
yes.
5 sets.
Yeah.
And also another 5-set match that you were mentioning to me before.
Oh, yes.
Hewitt
and Jerzy Janowicz, the semifinals from a year ago, the great big guy. He had 2 sets to love, Janowicz did, and it's 6-4 in tiebreak in the third set, match point, double faults. Next thing you know, Hewitt has taken him into a 5th set, but Janowicz went up 5-1, held on to win at 6-3. Good effort to regroup in the 5th.
Okay, so let's brief, short look to tomorrow's program.
Sure.
And okay, well, center court, in my opinion, is not so interesting because I believe Nadal will beat Kukushkin, Sharapova will beat Riske, even if he's your compatriot, you may not agree, and Federer with Santiago Giraldo shouldn't have too many problems. If I had the ticket, I would prefer to have court number 1 ticket because Serena Williams-Cornet is revenge. They played once.
Yeah, she lost to her, and she's going to want to gain revenge for that one this time on the grass. I think she got caught off guard earlier in the year, so you have to like her chances there. But you're right. It's intriguing that she has to find a way to get even in that rivalry. And then Ivanovic and Lisicki could be fun. Lisicki,
sure,
of course, had the great win over Serena here a year ago on her way to the final. So you're right. And then we get Stan Wawrinka against Istomin. I think Stan should win that probably in 4, though.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Good program. I agree. Those matches are probably more suspenseful than the center court matches.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow again we will meet with Steve Flink, and for tonight, bye-bye from Wimbledon.